Okay, this video is going to show you how to create a nose, most of which is from shading and values. Here are some finished portraits that past students of mine did. You can see each nose has a unique shape. There are hardly any outlines. Most of it's done with just lightly smudging and building up some values. I highly recommend that you get a picture of a person who's looking straight out towards you in order to have an example of what shape you want the nose to be. And then you're going to have your practice page nearby. So I'm going to do a practice nose here where I already started some practice eyes, and I'm just going to zoom in so that you can see me. And I'm going to have the width of my nose be 1 eye wide, and the length of it I'm just going to estimate. I know that here it was going to be 1/4 of this space, but we don't have a particular proportion set up on this one because we're not doing the whole entire face. It's just a practice. So just estimate what would be good for the length in those. Alright, that looks way too rectangular. What we need to do is make it more narrow at the top. This is the bridge of the nose. If you wear glasses, this is where the glasses rest, because that part of the nose is skinny, and then it comes out this wide at the bottom of the nose. So the widest part is 1 eye width from the inside corner of the eyes, and you're going to do these curved shapes on either side. And I'm just slightly higher than the bottom of the nose that I'm creating. The bottom I'm going to make a little U shape, unless you're looking at a photograph of somebody and they have a different shaped nose. I'm just making kind of a general generic one. I'm going to darken in the nostrils. This is the part that we breathe through, and that's going to be the darkest value on the whole entire face. And whenever you feel like you have the basic shape, length and width sketched in, you can erase those guidelines and begin applying value. So what happens on a nose is that you have value, especially at the inside corner of the eyes and then down around the nostrils. So we had done a value scale numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when I start out with my value here, I'm thinking of about a 2. Something somewhat light. I can smudge it in. Up here is where the nose turns into eyebrows. We'll complete that in another lesson. I can always add more value. It's harder to erase value and have it look good. So my recommendation is always to just keep it light. And when you blend, you're hoping that you don't see any scribble lines. So you're applying your value, usually with the pencil off to the side instead of straight up and down. Try not to create scratch or scribble marks that gouge into the paper. Alright, so I've created a little bit of dimension here. The eyes look like they're further back in shadow, and the nose stands out more on your face, and so that would have a natural highlight coming down this area. We want to have a little bit of definition for the 2 nostrils, and so we're going to add this little circular shape that we see here on our model. And I'm going to add just a little more value off to either side of the nose. Stopping to keep blending in regularly. Okay, so overall, you would decide what skin tone your person is going to have and give it just a little bit of value for a light skinned person, a little bit more if somebody had medium skin tone. And I'm just going to redefine these lines here. They got a little smudged away. Okay, so that's the start of a good practice nose. I might add a bit more value and maybe even do a second practice one until I feel confident. And then of course the objective is to go back to our value side of the page and add a nose onto this one. Okay, so I'll check back in with you in a little while. Have fun.